What's up, YouTubers? PokeJediTrek's here. So today's cooking video, I'm going to be showing you how to make double chocolate chip muffins. Now, I have made these types of muffins in the past, but this is actually another method I've found recently that I'm going to show you how it's done. And let's go over what we need. So what you're going to need to make these muffins, you're going to need a yogurt, an egg, some eggs. You'll also need salt, chocolate chips, olive oil, baking soda, baking powder, sugar, flour, vanilla extract, and cocoa powder. So first things first, you're going to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So first things first, you're going to bloom your cocoa powder by adding half a cup of hot water to a small bowl, along with 3/4 of a cup of your cocoa powder. Then, I'm going to mix everything together like so, and whisk with a fork. In another mixing bowl, you're going to combine another half of your cocoa powder. Here's a fork. Here's another half. You're also going to need 1 2/3 of your flour. Here's a third, 2/3, a whole, 1 1/3, 1 2/3. And then you're also going to combine 1 cup of your sugar into the bowl. That's half. Third. A whole. You also need half teaspoon of baking soda. You also need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I forgot to get it on camera, but I also added 1 teaspoon of salt to the mix. And then you're going to combine it, all the dry ingredients together until they're evenly combined. So next you're going to add 1/3 cup of your veggie oil to another mixing bowl, to an even larger one. And then next you're going to need 3 eggs. For those that are wondering what happened, I just opened this package and one of the eggs apparently stuck to the carton, and apparently I accidentally busted it open. So I figured, why the Hades not? You're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract to the mix. That's 1, 1.5, 2. And then you're going to give this a little stir. Then you're going to add the chocolate mixture that you prepped earlier to the bowl. Then you're going to add your container of yogurt to the mix. And you're going to stir it around. Then you're going to add your dry ingredients to the wet stuff. And you're going to stir that around entirely until everything is nice and thick. Now you're going to add 2 cups of chocolate chips to this mix. Half, 3/4, the whole, 1 1/4, 1 1/2. Wasn't getting much chocolate chips than I thought. Oh well. We're going to stir this around like so. So now you're going to need a muffin tin, and make sure you spray this. Make sure you have your muffin tin sprayed with a bunch of your non-stick spray. Anything will do. And then you're going to add, and then you're going to fill each tin with. And you're going to fill all the tins with your batter, like so. All right, tins have been filled. Put this in the oven, and we're going to bake this. We're going to bake these muffins in the oven for 30 minutes. All right, 30 minutes have passed. We're gonna take these out of the oven. Hopefully they're cooked thoroughly to the point where I stick this toothpick. Whoa! Ugh. Stick this toothpick through one of these, and hopefully they come out clean. Yeah, sticking a toothpick through a muffin or any baked goods or cupcakes or something like that of that nature, all the way through, and then pulling it out. And if it comes out clean, that means it's thoroughly cooked. It's been cooked thoroughly. So keep that in mind. Well, this is just melted chocolate chips and not actual cake batter. Now you gotta let them cool for 10 minutes. Okay, now we're gonna take our muffins, and we're gonna now that they've cooled in the pan for 10 minutes, we're gonna transfer them to the cooling rack. Let them cool completely, especially since you're going to obviously have leftovers. You're going to want to store them in an airtight container and let them cool and they can be stored in an airtight container for up to 1 week. So yeah. All right, so I'm going to sample one of these muffins and see how it tastes. that is strong. That is strong because I use dark chocolate chips, and if you really want strong chocolate, you can use dark chocolate powder along with dark chocolate chips for the strongest tasting chocolate you'll ever taste. Anyway, that's how to make double chocolate chip muffins. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Apparently at the time when I was filming, I was really tired. Like, I hadn't even had any coffee. Whoa!